Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. So I'm doing this intro a bit later on in the day because I woke up this morning. After I put my video up last night, I really felt so poorly. So I went to bed, and it is absolutely unheard of for me to go to bed, but I just felt so ill. And then this morning I had breakfast in bed by the kids. It's the only time I ever eat breakfast or any food in bed, but it's a traditional thing every Mother's Day. So I had one slice of the Aldi's brown bread, which is half my Healthy Extra B, and 2 poached eggs on there with a tablespoon of the 50% lighter ketchup for half a sin. And then I went out for lunch with my mum. It was just me and her. There should be a photo I should be able to put in here. I didn't film because it was really busy, and I just didn't feel comfortable filming. So yeah, and as you've seen, I've just had the orange, or you will see. I'm going to have orange and yogurt, and we are about to head out for a walk this afternoon. So yeah, I will show you the walk and then whatever else I have to eat. So for Mother's Day, I've had these 2 gorgeous bunches of tulips. They are absolutely gorgeous. And I had this mum balloon again. This is like a yearly tradition as well, the balloon. And then I've got 2 of my favourite gingerbread diffusers. I love those. A box of Skinny Whips, some deodorant and shower gel, and one of these are from Home Bargains. I haven't sapped it yet, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be 5 sins, and it looks really nice. And a very big surprise, I had a Pandora Charm, which I will show you now. And this heart charm, which says I love Mum. This was just off Amber. She got this all by herself. Paid for it out of her own money as well. So yeah, I was super shocked to see this. Is it going to focus there? And then it's got like all hearts engraved, cut out through. Not quite seen it properly, I don't think, on here, but yeah. So I've had some lovely gifts. But this just was a big shocker. So thank you, Amber. And I got a lovely collection all the way around. I'm just having this as an afternoon snack now, as my lunch wasn't the biggest. So I've got an orange for speed food and the Kvarg yogurt for half. So our afternoon walk is one of our favourites that we come to regular. And I know you've seen it quite a few times, but I haven't filmed much today. We're not filming breakfast or lunch. So yeah, it's a gorgeous day. Really warm actually. Yeah, so she's got her jumper on because it is a little bit chilly when you're out in the sun. So I'm hoping that some fresh air might help me because I still got this banging headache. So they do say, don't they, to get out in the fresh air and it'll help you. So hopefully it will do that. Don't let her go in that big puddle. Imagine she'd like to go in there. You okay, Daisy? I've had to borrow my mum's sunglasses earlier because my eyes are so sore. Where obviously, I don't know, the cold or whatever it is I've got is affecting my eyes. So yeah, they're really, really red and swollen. So I've got her sunglasses on. I couldn't find mine, so, but yeah, I'm hoping that this walk will do me good and like sort of blow it away, because I got it like it's all up in my sinuses and everywhere. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get on and do some walking. There is a bench just approaching us, and I bet you Daisy will jump on there. Let's see if she does. Yep, I know, you can hear Amber come in. Oh, what's happened to your lead? It's locked. Oh, there she goes. Yes. Every time, isn't it? She's going to wait now until we get a drink for you.
She's like the queen, isn't she?
Yeah. You want a drink? Getting a bit chilly now, isn't it, Days?
She loves a
Every
sheep,
time I put
she?
the camera on her, she turns her
She's
head.
camera shy.
Yeah, it's getting a bit chilly.
Oh, look at her.
You're getting blown away, girl. Oh, you're pretty. This is my tea tonight. I've got a sweet omelette, and in here there's 3 eggs, which are free in protein. And then I've topped it with some 0% Greek yogurt from Aldi's, which is also free in protein. And then strawberries and raspberries for speed. And I've got 2 teaspoons of this on top for 1 sin. So yeah, I couldn't make up my mind what to have, because I'd had my hi-fi bar this afternoon, which I didn't film. So that was my 2 halves, my bread this morning for breakfast, and then the hi-fi bar. So yeah, I went for this. So hopefully I shall enjoy it. Everyone's got different tonight. So yeah, so it's plenty of protein and speed and 1 sin for the sauce. I'm going to have this pink and white wafer now for my pudding for 2.5 sin. Yeah, so my videoing has been a bit all over the shop today, I suppose. I didn't record breakfast, as I said to you, because I had it in bed from the kids for Mother's Day. And I went to bed last night. After I put that video up, oh my God, I felt so ill. My head, literally, it felt like I was banging against a brick wall. It was just absolutely pumping. I was sneezing and sneezing and sneezing, and I just felt horrendous. I didn't want any lights on, anyone talk to me, and it was just, yeah. So the best place for me was bed, and that's where I stayed. I didn't sleep like all the time, but I stayed there, and then I had a blocked nose, so I had to get some Albus oil and some paracetamol through the night and all that. But I had you know, rest, and then I really hoped that I would be okay today, because obviously I booked the table to take my mum out for Mother's Day, and you know, I would have been gutted if I had to have let her down. So when I woke at 5 o'clock this morning, I still felt the same, still felt horrendous. And because I still had a headache, I thought, oh, you know, I thought it was going to be COVID, because the twice that I've had COVID, that's how it started. You know, well, the headache just lasted until I get prescribed the medication, because I'm vulnerable. Until that medication came, my head was just awful. So it's not COVID, and I knew, because like gradually the headache got better today. So I don't know. I mean, I'm still sneezing, and it's only the last probably, well, since we had that walk this afternoon, it's definitely right. Like my mum always says, fresh air does you good. It really did help. And but also, which I hate to admit it, but my mums always know best. I get really tired. I get, you know, I get exhausted, and I'm not one to give in, and I just keep on plodding on and plodding on, and then I think it gets to that certain point where you just have to give in, or your body just, you know, says you've got to give in, and that's what happened to me last night. So it is really difficult, because obviously I've got my family, my husband, my teenage children, and obviously Daisy to look after. And then there's my dad that lives very nearby to me. He is 87, and I'm the one that lives the closest, or I'm the one that does everything. And because he's on his own, I always feel like I have to go and visit him like every other day, every other evening. And if I don't get there, then I start feeling guilty. So I'm juggling that. I'm juggling everything else in my life. And then also I like to go to the gym or swimming. And then then there's my mum. I don't want to neglect my mum either. So and I think after so long of juggling all this around and doing everything for other people, it does get you down. And I think that's what happened. So anyway, let's hope that this is it and I'm on the mend. I've just had a lovely, lovely bath. So I feel all relaxed, and the headache isn't 100%. The headache is still lingering. It's like, like my son had his music on earlier, and I was, oh God, I couldn't bear it. The sound of the boom, boom, boom. And yeah, but I sound a right old moaner, don't I? But it's just one of those things. Anyway, back to today's food. So I went out for my Sunday lunch. Now, I think I should have inserted a photo. I didn't film because it just wasn't, I couldn't. It was, not the right place, the atmosphere. So, and the lunch was delicious, but such a small portion. It was very small. So we only had a small amount of beef, 2 small roast potatoes, and there was more. I could have had more boiled if I wanted, but I didn't want to put all the carbs on my plate. So I had 1 boiled, and then there was sprouts, carrots, cauliflower. I think that was it, wasn't it? Sprouts, cauliflower, carrots. Yeah, and a little Yorkshire pudding. I never usually eat Yorkshire pudding, so I gave that to my mum. And then the gravy. So I counted 5 sins for my lunch, just to cover me for whatever they used in their potatoes and the gravy. And I didn't have much gravy. Like at home, I have quite a bit of gravy, but I didn't on there. So I think 5 sins should absolutely cover it. And then my mum I said to her to have a pudding. So she did. She had rhubarb crumble, and I was very good. And I sat there and had a coffee. Yeah, so that was that. And then it was awkward for tea because I didn't know what to have, but I had the sweet omelette in the end. So altogether today, I'm coming in at 12 sins. I've got down for now this evening a hi-fi bar for 3 sins, and I've got some melon cut up in the fridge. I cut some up this afternoon, so I'm going to have some of that. So that's speed food. So yeah, it was 5 sins for the gravy, and then I had the 1 sin for the sauce on my breakfast. Not my breakfast, my sweet omelette. And what else did I have? I had a pink and white wafer earlier for 2.5 sins, and then a yogurt for half sin. So it all totals at 12 sins. So again, a little bit higher than I'd like to be, but okay, considering it's Mother's Day, and I resisted the tea that Amber was going to make. But we've agreed that I'm definitely having that in 2 weeks' time. So that's something to look forward to. And I would rather feel better than I do now anyway, so I could enjoy it more. But yeah, so that was my day. And then we had that lovely walk this afternoon. That definitely helped my head, I think. So all's good. So I'm just going to like relax a bit tonight and watch some YouTube if I can. Last night I couldn't watch anything because my head and my eyes just would not allow me to look at my phone or anything. It was just, I couldn't do it. So anyway, I hope you have all had a lovely day, whatever you have done. And hopefully tomorrow I will feel that much better. And it's only tomorrow and then it's weigh day again. These weeks are flying. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, if you could like the video please, as this really does help. And I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully with a little bit less moaning. So I'll see you then. Bye. I forgot to say as well, I think I said to you earlier about the Pandora Charm that Amber bought me. I am just so, obviously, I mean, you know, I'm grateful to both my kids. They're both great kids. They're both, they got their own ways and everything. But I was just so emotional when I opened this, and she kept it, you know, she hadn't told her brother, she hadn't told her nan, she hadn't told her dad. She kept it all to herself because she wanted to keep it a surprise. So I just couldn't believe it. I mean, they're not cheap Pandora charms, and to spend her own money with it was just so thoughtful of her. And that's just how she is. She is so thoughtful, she really is. And that's why I'm praying that she will get this job that she went for, because I know she'll do really, really well, and she'll put her 100% into it. And she deserves a little bit back, because all she does is give to other people. And she's been like that, you know, for years, a lot, well, most of her life. She just always puts others first. So I am super, super proud of her. Of course, I'm super proud of my son as well. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I just wanted to add that. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.